What's up, y'all? Peace, family. This is Brother Do, aka the Beantown Ghetto Shaman. Doing this video because I like to share information with folk and share anything that might help some people out there to get a better understanding of themselves. I usually start my early rising. I don't say morning because there ain't nothing to mourn about. But I usually start my early rising with some form of meditation, chanting, and sun gazing, which all these things really help individuals out, to rise their vibration up. It's important to rise your vibration up. And some people might say, what's rising your vibration up? What's that whole thing about? I deal with energy. I've been doing energy healing work for about 12 years now. And the first time I came across Reiki, right, where some people might have heard of Reiki before, and there's so many different forms of Reiki out there. But traditionally, there always been a form of energy healing. It didn't start with this dude named Dr. Usui, who's from Japan, who this guy came up with this form of using the life force energy as a way to heal people on various levels, be it mentally, physically, spiritually, on all those type of levels. But when I first came across Reiki and started doing it, I used to work at this metaphysical bookstore called Unicorn Books, which I really enjoyed working at that spot. And it was an older woman that taught me how to do the Reiki, which it's some people, you say you need attunements to activate your hand chakras, and which you're gonna call your Ligong area. But in all actuality, this stuff is in us already. You don't need anyone to attune you or anything to get that popping. Case being, I had an old girlfriend of mine. I remember wasn't feeling good, and I told her, just concentrate on your energy, projecting that energy. I was like, visualize this light coming through your body and project it out of your hands and use that as a way to bring forth healing to me, which she did. And she didn't believe that she could do it, but she actually helped heal my stomach at that moment. I was having a stomach ache. So again, it's in us already. Some people, they go into that whole thing that you have to go through a particular Reiki master or someone to get in tune with all that. Some people are just not sensitive enough to feel that life force energy and how to use it. In such cases, yeah, it is good to have someone activate it, get it going for you. But all this stuff is within your DNA already. Dr. Usui himself, he self-initiated himself, who's on this famous mountain. I forget the name of the mountain that he was in at meditating for so many days, and had this big vision come to him where he's seeing the Reiki symbols and all that. So yeah, it's important to do the energy work because we walk out, like you take a physical shower, you don't want to be funky, right? It's important that you do a energetic shower as well, meaning that you usually, what I do is I go a couple of inches above my body, over my aura, and I send that energy through my hand, and I cleanse my aura, or I clean my aura. And the reason why that's important is because you'll go to work, be it maybe on the train, bus, interacting with people, and scientifically they've shown that thoughts hold an atomic weight. So thought forms are part of this physical reality, and therefore you could be standing near someone, and they could be throwing shade. Could be throwing these negative vibes at you. That could be their own ish and might not like you because what you wearing or whatever, or how your way your whole being is, and they could be sending mental negativity to you. Like in their mind, they could be like, yo, that dude ain't shit, da 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 da, all this negative energy. And what it is a lot of times, if your vibration isn't high, sometimes that negative thought forms actually get stuck to your aura, you know. And a lot of times that's where sometimes people feel low energy or depression or feel off centered or whatever. And the important thing is to do an energy cleanse. You know, like I said, I usually go a couple of inches over my body, and I actually, you know, send that energy through my hand and do a cleanse. Or I'll go over each chakra. You know, some people say you have the seven chakra system. Of course, there's other schools of thought that say you have more than seven chakras. When I did Shambhala Reiki, where we went beyond the seven chakras. We went up to like about, what was it? It's been a long time since I did that meditation. It was about 15 chakras or something we went up. The more higher you went, man, you feel woo, you feel nice. But yeah, you go over these centers and you send energy in those centers as well. And what happens is that you feel more at peace. I'm just gonna be totally honest with you. When I do the energy work, when I start going over my aura, I feel more grounded. I feel more at peace. Things, you know, people could call me with their little problems or whatever craziness, and it doesn't really get to me. You know, I feel more grounded. I feel like the thoughts, even my thoughts, aren't chaotic. They just feel more, you know, at that level is the chatter within the mind is not really there. You know, so it's important to clean your aura, to cleanse your whole energetic system, you know. And of course we have things within Chinese holistic medicine like acupuncture and stuff. Now people in the West are starting to see this thing called the meridian system or the energetic system is a real thing. So I really encourage people to looking into some form of Reiki or energy healing, or learn how to cleanse their chakras. Like I used to do a visualization of spinning my chakras, going from each one from the bottom up. You know, see it spinning one direction coming out the front and spinning another direction in the back. You know, and yeah, it's a beautiful thing to do, you know, because this is taking care of yourself. And these are things to raise your vibration up so you can be able to have a more better understanding of yourself, reality, higher realities, things of that nature. So I try to start my day off with that type of thing, you know, with, you know, Qigong, deep breathing, yoga stuff, all these things which sets your day in motion and actually sets up that whole atmosphere for you to set forward in the day for it to be well. You know what I mean? So when you do step out that door and you encounter some craziness, it doesn't get at you like it might get at you on another day where you're not really doing the work to keep your vibration high. One thing I did first notice when I started to get into Reiki was that I could take away my headaches. That was the first thing. I was like, wow, this is amazing. And again, that stagnant energy, I would go over certain parts that would feel tension or whatever, and just basically clear up that negative energy. You know, again, it's the greatest tool I feel like I came across besides doing Tai Chi, Chi Kong, and all that, because I was able to change my mood. You know, change my mood, man. If I'm going through some hard times or whatever, I was able to deal with whatever is going on by simply sending this divine energy through my body and changing up that whole mood or that whole feeling. So for my peoples that might be just new to the whole Reiki type of thing or never heard of it, and Rei means universal and Ki means energy. So, you know, Ki again is Ki. You know, there's so many different words from around the world that deal with the whole level of the life force energy. So, again, learning about life force energy and how it affects you in your whole being, look into that. And also the sun gazing for people, you know, that interested in the sun gazing and how that works out. Check out two people, HRM. and also Genesis Sunfire. Very interesting people. You know, the acronym HRM is this Indian man who he claims he hasn't eaten in many years because he was able to take in something other than physical food, which he was able to be like a plant on a level of photosynthesis. So, and also Genesis Sunfire too. He started off as a fruitarian, and then basically came into the science of what we call breatharians, which was a deep science amongst the yogis, the sages, and all of them. So there's so much to us to explore, and that we're not really aware of right now. So but this is the time, you know. What does it say? Yeah, NASA's up there studying HRM. This old Hindu guy, Indian guy, because they're trying to figure out how they could make longer, in the future, be able to go out in space longer without the aid of food being an issue. So look into those two individuals, or look into Reiki, and I hope y'all have a great time listening to this. Peace. One love.